Do you have a shelf-help obsession? Do you read a book a day? Do you think that reading every book in the library is going to get you to the next level of productivity? Well, I'm here to tell you a story about how it may not. Let's get into it. Good day, YouTube. My name is Ali, and this is Work vs. Life, a show dedicated to giving you creative ideas and advice to help you win back your workday and live a balanced life. So recently, I've been downloading a lot of audiobooks for my car rides when I've been going down to see friends and family on my vacations. And what I've learned is audiobooks are great for productivity, and everybody has a shelf-help section, and everyone's obsessed with downloading the latest, greatest book to help them bring productivity in their lives. I get it. I have a lot of books, and I have a lot of audio files now on my phone that give me information about productivity and a lot of things that I think are really important to become a better person and live a balanced life. However, I've also had a little bit of anxiety as well, because I can't get to all these books all the time. And sometimes this information is coming at me so fast that I keep hitting that 15-second rewind button on my audiobooks, or I go back and read chapters. And I found that maybe I'm trying to absorb too much information. It's not the amount of information that I'm reading, but the quality and the source of the information that I've been getting. A lot of people think that if they just read a book a day, or if they can just get more information, that they're being productive. And that's not the case, because if you're trying to be everywhere, you're actually nowhere. So how did I get to this point? Well, it was out of an audiobook. So I downloaded the Tim Ferriss Tao of Seneca audiobook on one of my car rides. The whole audiobook is about stoicism and philosophical thinking, which is something that I thought was really interesting, and I wanted to get into it because I feel that philosophy and productivity kind of go hand in hand. So I wanted to dig into it and see what's going on. So the first letter was about time management, and I thought that was really good. But the second letter hit me like a ton of bricks, and it was called On the Discursiveness of Reading. So in this letter, Seneca was writing to a friend, and he was explaining about how if you read a lot of books and you're constantly getting information from multiple sources, multiple authors, that it could actually fragment your thinking on a certain subject. So what we're talking about here is being productive, and productive means becoming a master of something. So what I'm suggesting here is that if your source of truth for anything that you want to become a master at is fragmented, your thinking is going to be fragmented. So if you're getting a lot of information from a lot of different sources and they're not connecting with each other, it means that your thought process may not be connecting either. So productivity does not mean quantity, it really just means quality. And it means quality from sources that you trust and understand. So maybe you don't need to read a book a day. Maybe you need to read a book a month and understand that book and get it to a point where you become a master of that one book. How many times have you binge watched a show where you only remembered the beginning and the end? Probably a lot. You never gave yourself the time to actually process the storyline, the characters, the ins and outs of how it's supposed to emotionally make you feel. And that's what the producers of that show intended. They spent years writing the script and filming the show, and then you watched it over the course of one day. So just like binge watching a TV show on Netflix, if you're reading a lot of books about a specific subject, you remember the first book and you remember the last book, but everything in the middle might just wash into each other. And that's why I think that if you read too much and get too much information from multiple sources, that you will actually water down your learning. And that is the discursiveness in reading. If you really love this type of content, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel so I can produce more episodes and give you the content you need to live a balanced and productive life. So becoming a master of productivity shouldn't be hasty, and it should not be rushed. You should take your time doing it and understand all the small nuances it takes to become a productive master. I suffer from this issue myself. I love to gulp life in. So I want to be the best guitar player. I want to be the best triathlete. I want to do 3D animations and motion graphics all the time. I want to run my business. I want to have multiple jobs and multiple clients. This is a lot of stuff. I am wearing myself thin here. So now I'm trying to hold myself accountable for all this stuff because I physically can't do it all in one day. For example, if I'm trying to learn and become a master of 4 things, and it generally takes 10 years to become a master of something, and I start at the age of 40, that means when I'm 80 years old, I've become a master of those 4 things. That's an issue right then and there. If you're 20 years old and you want to become a master of something, spend the 10 years, become a master of that, and focus your learning on just that one thing. This thought process is something that's very new to me, and I love the idea of taking ancient philosophy and making it a productive tool in my day-to-day life. So the Tao of Seneca is a free download off of Tim Ferriss's website. I'll leave a link in the show notes so you can go there and download it. Download the audiobook on Audible as well too, if you'd like this kind of information. But I would say don't download 100 books on philosophy right this very second. So if you're like me, you love to gulp life and you want to live the best life possible, so you're probably just going to go ahead and multitask your way through life. So I have a great video that I produced on multitasking the right way right here. Check it out and let me know what you think.